Namaskar, welcome to Neeta Bhasin show. Today is March 8th. International Women's Day is being celebrated all over the world. आज का ये शो मैं डेडिकेट करना चाहती हूँ एक ऐसी लेडी को, एक ऐसी वुमेन को, जिनकी वजह से मैं आपके सामने बैठी हूँ, जो मेरी इंस्पिरेशन है, जो मेरी बेस्ट फ्रेंड है, जिन्होंने हमेशा मुझे मोटिवेट किया है और ज़िंदगी में कुछ करने के लिए हमेशा एनकरेज किया है, और वो है मेरी माँ. I dedicate this show to this wonderful lady, my mother, Mrs. Brijbala Suri. Now let's start the show. अब आपकी मुलाकात हम एक ऐसी मेहमान से करवाने जा रहे हैं. She is known all over the world. She has given her life to promote Indian culture, art, literature. She is the founder of Indo-American Arts Council. She has done many festivals to promote our own art and culture. So let's meet our first guest of this International Women's Day, Mrs. Aroon Shivdasani. Aroon, welcome to Neeta Bhasin show, and congratulations, you are our first International Women's Day guest.
Thank you, Neeta. It's a pleasure to be here.
You are an inspiration to many, not only in America, all over the world. And that's why we have invited you to be our guest today. You have started New York Film Festival in America. I want to know, how did you start these festivals and what kind of challenges did you face?
Well, years ago, when I did start it in 98, the ideas started coming before, of course. But because I've always been involved in culture and the arts, it's in part of my DNA. My mother was involved in it. But I realized that Indian artists did not have a platform. Nowhere in America did you see the plethora of Indian artists you see today. It's not that they didn't exist. Of course they existed, but they weren't around. North America was not aware they existed. They were not visible. So I decided to do something about it. And I had people who worked with me. I gradually got tons of volunteers. And we started the Indo-American Arts Council, after which, through the Arts Council, instead of just doing, a film here and a dance just a dance show and a music show, we decided to do festivals. In when 9/11 happened, Rudy Giuliani was our mayor, and he called out to New Yorkers and said, help revive this city. So we decided to help in our way. So what I did is I started a film festival where I opened with Meera Nair, closed with, the other way around. I opened with Ismail Merchant, who was the godfather of Indian film, and the whole Merchant Ivory team, and closed with Meera Nair's Monsoon Wedding, because we needed good bookends. And the middle were all young, upcoming filmmakers who nobody had heard of, but needed a voice. So I started like that, giving artists a voice, a platform, a talent. And that was the film festival. And from then it grew. We started with 12 films. Now it's over 65 films and sometimes up to 100. So time has improved that average, and filmmakers have become more confident. They are much more visible. They've got a platform, they can show their talent, but not in the beginning. Nobody knew they existed. Of course, people knew Meera existed and people knew Ismail existed, but those were the bookends to attract everyone else. So you always had to get veteran actors, and I've been very lucky. For the literary, I got people like Salman Rushdie, Suketu Mehta, Kiran Merchant, Shashi Tharoor, people like that, to come and actually be the opening or closing night celebrities to read from their books or be interviewed so that lesser known, up and coming authors, publishers would get a chance to be seen, to be heard, for people to buy their books. The same for dance, for art. We had art shows and everything curated, art shows that traveled the whole country, a month in each place. We had dance performances once a year, put out calls for submissions. And it was also it wasn't only well-known dancers, it was dancers. They had to be of a certain standard, they had to be good, but they got a platform. They were seen. People suddenly discovered, oh, wow, look at this dancer. I've never heard of her before, never seen her. And the best part is that other people pick that up. They get a chance. Other festivals pick them up, other performances pick them up. They get a chance to perform in other places and earn some money, which they weren't able to before. They would be in little places in Queens or to a converted audience who already knew of them with small little curtains, etc. This way they were on the main stage. America could see them. New York could see them. The same happened for playwrights. When I started the Playwrights Festival with the Lark Theatre, there were no Indian playwrights. People hadn't heard of them. People like Asif Manvi and Anubhav Pal, etc., who now are big names. Nobody knew who they were. They all started with us, with me. And now they're names. They're actors who started off with the Lark Theatre, with our Playwrights Festival. Purna Jagannathan, Samrat Chakravarti, etc., who are now well known in their own right. So this is basically, I wanted to give Indian artists a platform to show their talent, to be seen by others, and to be recognized in their fields. So that was the start. My biggest challenge for that, money. I always called myself the fakir of New York. I'd go out with my begging hand. You know that, Neeta.
I know it very well. I know it very well. And you were having these financial challenges, but you always had a big smile on your face and positive attitude and inspiration to millions, Aroon.
Well, one had to finish the thing. I had to do it by hook or by crook. And I was fortunate. I had a few friends who'd give the money. I applied for a lot of grants, but it's very difficult to get money for the arts. People will give if there's a medical emergency, if there's an earthquake or starvation. But the arts give people that soul, and you can withstand anything in life if you're able to sing or dance or act or perform or read a book or listen to music. Whereas that gives you soul and that allows you to attack the rest of the problems. And people have to understand that.
It's very hard because you know that I do Diwali at Times Square as well. And
Yeah.
I do face financial challenges also. And my objective is to promote India's culture, heritage, and diversity in mainstream America.
Yes.
But yes, I do face financial challenges just like you. And I also try to have a big smile on my face.
You have to.
You have to, because when we are doing it, you and others, we are doing from our heart.
Yes.
We are passionate about it. We want to give back to the community. We want to tell the world about our art, our culture, our heritage, and our diversity. And that's what you are portraying in America. And you have worked so hard, Aroon. As I said, I know you from last 30 years, and I have seen you struggling, but not giving up.
No, you can't.
Right. So my next question is, this is your professional life. You're fighting, you are not giving up, you're taking a challenge every day, but you also have personal life. How are you keeping the balance between your personal life and professional life?
By not sleeping. You know as well as I do that when you work in the arts, it's 24/7, 365. especially when you're working with volunteers, when you're working without any money, without all this. So you have to give it your all. And I had a very supportive family, I must say. They put up with a lot. But when I didn't actually cut out my life, I still had my children, my grandchildren, my husband. We had the active social life, but that meant that we'd come back from a dinner at midnight, and then I would hit my computer again and work till 3 o'clock in the morning so that the next day I could work. So it was you know, it was a very grinding thing. Passionate, gave me a lot of satisfaction, a tremendous amount, but it was also, at the end of the day, very, very exhausting. At that time, your adrenaline is flowing, so you're not exhausted. But at the end of 25 years, you feel like, okay, I think I can hand over to a younger lot. And hopefully, as I told them when I handed over, that, when a mom sees her children grow up and go away, she lets them do what they want, but she's always there in case they need her. So I told them, I'm always there in case you need me, but so far they haven't needed me.
So, what advice, Arun, you will give to young filmmakers who want to explore?
Firstly, they have to make something really good, and they have to be convinced it's good, and they have to show it to enough people in the field who can advise them and tell them where to change things, where to edit, where to make it perfect to their own vision, of course. And they have to be passionate about what they do. And then they have to go get it. They have to explore every avenue of showcasing that film. Take it to every festival. Get enough rejections, so what? Take it to the next, take it to the next. If you can't get a festival, show it yourself in a theater and invite people to see it. Invite producers, directors, festival programmers, whoever you can. Get that film out, or put it on YouTube, or there's so many avenues that you can get it out there. Get it out. The main thing is it has to be seen. If it's not seen, nobody's going to know about it.
Very well said, Arun. You're absolutely right. And you're very active on social media yourself, and you're very active and outspoken on social media.
This is who I am. And what you see is what you get. And I have been outspoken because that's what I believe. And I genuinely think that if people want to have that discussion with me, I'm happy to have it. I don't say anything that I don't believe in. So yes, I am outspoken.
I know, and I know that, Arun. Last question.
Yes.
This year's theme for International Women's Day is choose to challenge.
Well, sorry, continue.
And from challenge comes change. What do you choose to challenge in 2021?
Frankly, I'm choosing to challenge myself. I have spent my whole life giving to artists, giving to friends, giving. I think I will continue giving in a lot of ways, in as much as if artists and people I know approach me to help them in whatever way, I will help, and I will continue doing that as I have been. But my challenge is finding time for things I want to do. I have just completed a family tree. I want to learn how to play the piano by ear and sing along with it. I want to learn a new language. I want to travel to places I've never been before that will teach me about their history, about their background. I want to be able to do all these things for myself, which I have always put on the back burner. Okay, I'll do it, and I'll do something. But if I have to work, or if I have to do this for someone, it'll go on the back burner. And there's so many things on the back burner that they're just piling up. I used to be a voracious reader. Now I am reading, but it's like, do a bit here and then put it on. I've got so many books on my bedside table. Everything is a little bit here and a little bit there. So I need to find time for Aroon. That's my challenge.